Guys, welcome back on the channel. Fabrizio Romano here, as always, to keep you posted on the transfer market. Today, guys, as usual, many things to say. We will go from Rafael Leão, more to say about Manchester City, Manchester United, and more. Let's jump into it. Here we are, guys, always to keep you updated. The transfer market is coming. I remind you the video from yesterday, an interesting one about Man United, Manuel Ugarte, who could leave the club, Man United planning to sign midfielders, so it's going to be interesting. But today, let me start with the other club of Manchester City, because I wanted to give you a piece of exclusive information. Remember this name. Kennet Eichhorn, 16 years old, born in 2009, about to turn 20 in July. Top talent, playing for Hertha Berlin. German player, considered a really huge talent. Several clubs are in a race to sign Kennet Eichhorn. The last club arrived in the race with serious intentions is Manchester City. There are more Premier League clubs keen on this boy, and not only, also German clubs, of course, being a German talent. So, Germany, England, these two potential destinations for Kennet Eichhorn, but my information is that Manchester City are closely tracking this boy, are following his progress, again, 16 years old. So, the eventual idea of Manchester City, in case they can advance on the deal, would be to sign him and eventually loan him out for 1 or 2 seasons. This we will see how the progress of the boy will be. But Man City very interested in this boy. Then there is more from Bundesliga. Bundesliga clubs are very attentive to this opportunity, obviously, to keep this German talent there. Let's see what's going to happen. But I think this is going to be an interesting race. And remember this name, Kennet Eichhorn. Very interesting talent. More to say, guys, on a player who is about to return to Manchester City, but Everton have started conversations now with the camp of Jack Grealish to try find solutions to keep Jack Grealish also beyond this season. Jack Grealish is on loan at Everton from Manchester City. He suffered an injury recently, but while he was playing, Jack Grealish was fantastic for Everton. The perfect context, doing very well, quality, goals, assists, so Jack Grealish is always a guarantee. And Everton want to try find a solution with the players' camp and with Manchester City to continue with Jack Grealish also next season. The conversations have started. Let's see how it's going to go. The player is open to this possibility, but obviously it doesn't depend only on Jack Grealish. It depends on several factors, especially on the financial factor. Obviously, Grealish is on a big salary at Manchester City. He's an important player, so let's see what they can do. But this is going to be one of the topics to follow. Jack Grealish and Everton in the upcoming weeks, I think, is going to be a very interesting point because they've started these conversations with his camp. Something to clarify, guys, also on the situation of Rodri. I keep receiving many questions on this one. I told you in a video in the recent days how Manchester City, and that was an exclusive piece of information, are working on a new contract for Rodri. And I maintain that. There is a new contract proposal on the table for Rodri. The salary is a very important salary. Now it's on Rodri to decide. What about Real Madrid? Many of you ask me how much Real Madrid could be prepared to pay for Rodri. My understanding is Real Madrid will not do anything crazy to get Rodri this summer. So, or it's an opportunity, and that's a separate story, but if Real Madrid have to go there and put crazy money on the table for Rodri, my understanding is that in this moment Real Madrid have no intention to proceed at these conditions. So, let's see what's going to happen there, because the interest from Real Madrid is for sure confirmed as a player discussed internally. But the intention to advance and close this deal depends on the fee. And the fee depends on also what Rodri wants to do. So, let's see, let's follow the situation. But Man City have offered a new contract to Rodri. And Man City hope they can keep Rodri because they believe that Rodri is now back to his regular level after recovering from an ACL injury. So, for sure, Man City believe that the real Rodri level is coming back now after some time, obviously that's human, to recover from a serious injury. So let's follow the situation, because Manchester City are pushing, are insisting to get the new contract done, and this is an active conversation. Then, many questions, guys, also on the Elliot Anderson situation. Why? Because I keep telling you about Elliot Anderson since February, keep telling you how Manchester City are very serious on this deal. Man City are in conversation with the players' camp. Man City are very interested in Elliot Anderson, for sure. But when you see around transfer fees, and when you see around price tags, and when you see around agreement done, closed, I keep telling you, is still nothing done or decided with any club, also in terms of fee, because there is a sort of respect between Manchester City and Nottingham Forest to understand the price and all the rest at the right moment. Nottingham Forest are in relegation battle, and that's going to be important to understand the final pricing. So when you see a price today, that's not guaranteed to be the real price of the player, because it will depend on what Nottingham Forest and the Marinakis family will tell Man City and other clubs interested in the summer transfer window. Man City are there for sure, are working on player side, have been working on this for months, so I keep maintaining Manchester City really advancing and pushing to sign Elliot Anderson on player side, but then there is the negotiation with Nottingham Forest. Man United remain attentive to the situation. Until the deal is done or closed with Man City, Man United want to try to be in the conversation, want to maintain the name of Elliot Anderson in their shortlist for midfielders. There is Sandro Tonali, there is Elliot Anderson, there are more, because for United will be a busy summer for midfielders, but for sure this is going to be an interesting situation to follow. One of the top names, I would say, to follow in terms of midfielders for this summer transfer window. And then guys, let me close with Rafael Leão, because today it's been a day full of questions about Rafael Leão and Barcelona. With maximum respect with the sources reporting this, as always, anyone can have his own information. My information is that the name of Rafael Leão on the table of Barcelona has been discussed and offered several times in the recent years, not by AC Milan. So AC Milan are not actively trying to sell Rafael Leão. That's not the case. We can say that there are agents offering this opportunity to go for Rafael Leão, but it's especially something linked to the president, Juan Laporta. That's not something that Barcelona are actively pursuing right now. So there is not a negotiation Leão-Barça, there is not a negotiation agent of Leão-Barça, there is not a negotiation Barça-Milan for Rafael Leão. That's not the case. That's more a story of Rafael Leão being offered to Barcelona and to the president, Juan Laporta, for a long time, even before Deco was there as a director. So that's always been the case about trying to find a way for Leão and Barça, but at the moment my understanding is that there is nothing more at this stage. So nothing is changing on Leão's future now, today, tomorrow, this week. Nothing is imminent, nothing is close, nothing is decided, and so, at the moment, I would say, that's the situation. Nothing else for the Portuguese winger, Rafael Leão. And so guys, let me hear your thoughts on all these stories, from Leão to Eichhorn and also Elliot Anderson, Man City, Man United, what's your feeling? And then Jack Grealish, stay at Everton or try a new chapter, and then Rodri, what should he do? Say goodbye to City, go to Real Madrid, try to find his way, or sign that new contract, which is on the table from Manchester City already offered. Let me know your opinion, guys. Here in comments, like this video, turn on the notification bell, subscribe to the channel. See you soon. Ciao.